Okay, this is what I brought from Indiana to Butler, Pennsylvania. They've already taken off a very small pallet on the back, but you got the clips that clip all the banding that you use to, well, manufacturers use to band stuff together. Like, they use their own material to band itself. So that's what I got. And it's like 10:30, 11 o'clock. They're unloading it now. Hold on a second here. Okay, well, that's a little big. See if we can shrink that down for you. Don't want, I mean, you can have some Dale, but there's a little too much Dale at times. So there's a forklift parking me in this this truck here from an unnamed organization parked right in front of their door that he's trying to, the forklift driver is taking the product off of my truck and putting it into that facility. I don't think the truck parked there on purpose. He's just checking in to see who's going to unload him, and it's probably the guy unloading me. But he was, 5 seconds ago, he was not happy. But he's just, I guess, going to have to deal with it because the truck driver is no longer in the truck, maybe. So, this is an interesting place. You know, of any place, of the few places that makes me not want to move to Washington State, Pennsylvania is one of those states. Because I drive by places and I'm like, wow, those trees are awesome. Wow, that river or creek. So many things I could do with that. And then the hills, you know, I haven't seen what I would call mountains here. But they have some nice hills, so it breaks up the flatness of most other states. And it's pleasant. But then I snap back to reality and realize this is way too far east. If I was to move east, most likely I would go to New Hampshire, Vermont, or Maine. Most likely Maine, just because there are some back country I can get into there without having to worry about people bothering me too much. But again, my heart is set on the Pacific Northwest area, and that's most likely where my family and I will end up someday. Not sure what day that will be. We'll see what we get next. Because I already know what I'm getting next. I've got a pre-plan. Let's see. Not necessarily that I'll stick with it, but, you know, going to Brookfield, Ohio. It doesn't tell me what I'm picking up, but I'm going to Bristol, Tennessee. Coils, it says. Okay. It's not a very long trip, but I mean, I'll deliver tomorrow in Bristol, Tennessee, Thursday. And then we'll go from there. So we'll see how these coils turn out in, what did I say? Brookfield, Ohio. So it is about, what, 34 degrees outside, 35. It's nice. Don't have to wear a jacket or a headscarf or anything else of that nature. So we will, yeah, that's it. It is 1:05 Eastern Standard Time, and I am in Brookfield, Ohio, heading to Bristol, Tennessee. And yeah, I get to where I need to proceed to is this that first driveway on the left. See, number 5, that's where I'm going to be backing into. There is a Maverick truck in there right now. So once he pulls out, I get it back in, and I guess they have 4 skidded coils that they're going to load on my truck. We'll see when I get there. And then I can do all my securement and tarping inside, I'm assuming, because it's kind of rainy out. And I don't know if they want me to get their product wet. I don't want it to be wet. So, and then I will head on down the road. This will deliver tomorrow. It'll be what I estimate to be, well, it's really difficult to estimate times when you haven't even gotten loaded yet. Once I am loaded, secured, and ready to drive away, then I can estimate really clearly and precisely. But we also happen to be next to another company. It looks like they make pipes. So, but so right now I should get pretty far in my day today, almost there, and then deliver in the morning. Looks like another Maverick truck, but he did not come out of door number 5. So, and I don't know if his coils are skidded. They are skidded on their side, which would be interesting. I've never seen that before. But odds are it's uh-oh. Windows down, he might want to talk to me. I don't know. Oh, he had a flat tire. So you can see really well. Oh, he's parking right there. Let's see if his door opens. All right, well, I'll chat back at you. I don't think these are skidded, is my estimation. In some of these loads, you can see are probably, as far as the shape, it is more difficult to tarp these oddly shaped, especially when you got 2 coils of different size next to each other, and you're expected to tarp it in a presentable condition, or I try to anyway. My goal is not to make it look pretty. My goal is to make sure that it is taut. That means, or tight, in the sense that I eliminate as much excessive flapping of the tarp as possible, because in my experience, tarps tend to get damaged more frequently when it is loose and has the opportunity to slap or move against the product it is covering, and it tends to wear. That's how it's easy to wear a hole into a tarp in a very short distance if it's not tightened down. So it looks like he's following a method I like to use when I'm not sure exactly if this is good, if I have enough bungees, is just add more and try to go from every direction you can to keep it tight and secure, so it doesn't so it reduces the vibration of the tarp itself. So, and he's going in. Once we get our load, the bills are on the product itself apparently. So once I get, or at least some type of paperwork, I'm just trying to keep an eye out here. Once I get loaded, I do what this driver did. I'll pull up here to the door, go into the shipping office with the paperwork that was attached to one of the products I'm carrying, take it inside and get my complete set of paperwork, and then I can enter that into my system. Let's show you what the mighty map says. This is kind of, at first I was like, because it's going to take a while for this to focus. You can see where I'm at in Ohio. I was in Pennsylvania, and I'm going to travel down to Bristol, Tennessee. And that's probably the most efficient route I can take in that amount of time. I can probably reduce miles, but it's going to add a great deal of time, which, you know, there's that you have to balance it out. You're like, do I want to reduce my miles in order to make my mileage look good for pay for performance? Or do I want to utilize more time, which actually works against me because those hours that I'm not driving is money that I'm not making. So if I wanted to take, here it is 8 hours to do this route estimated. But if I reroute and it says 10 hours, I'm going to do another, basically $50 worth of driving that I'm going to miss out on, if that makes sense, because that's kind of backwards. I am driving for 2 additional hours, but I'm driving less miles. So it actually works against you as a driver, in my understanding. That if I do it in the shortest time possible in a reasonable amount of miles, that'll allow me at some future point, once I get loaded, to drive an additional 2 miles. So it's just my way of thinking of trying to make sure I'm maximizing my time at full speed in the miles that I'm allotted, so I can get paid as much as I can during the week. Anyway, just waiting to get loaded now. Trucks are backing up. Good thing I'm parked kind of in front of this thing, so I'm not blocking anybody, if anybody was curious. It's completely open on my left except for that truck, and if you wanted to, you can go around the right hand side, and it is open on the right. So that is it for now. Just waiting for door number, we'll sit here and count the seconds while door number 5. Oh wait, or I can watch some TV. I vote to watch TV. All right, it's about 1:45, same place. I am all tarped up. I've got each skid has 2 slitted coils on each one. I ended up using all my securements and a couple straps, so because each stack is 10,000 pounds, so it requires at least 2 securements. And this front and back have actually, not really, but they have 3 securements on there because I have a trip strap on each one. And then on top, you see that point? That's because there's a board that goes down the center at the top of those, and Maverick likes to have, in order to protect the coils from water damage from, I guess what you could say, water collecting and pooling up on top and then seeping in and causing damage to the product. We put those on, and that pretty much guarantees that the water's all going to shut off because it's like a tent on top. Anyway, that's it for I think today as far as video, because now I'm just going to drive until I'm done. So I wanted to, make sure I had an opportunity to say goodnight. Be sure, down below in the video description is all the social media aspects if you want to contact me. My wife actually created a new Facebook page. I think it's called Maverick Dale. And that'll be down below in this video description. I find that people want to ask questions, and there's a couple problems. One, everybody gets my email address incorrect. Well, not everybody. There's a large portion that forget my middle initial, because my email is dalelclay@gmail.com. Needless to say, there is a guy out there named Dale Clay at gmail.com, and he's not me. But he is kind enough, he's been forwarding me those. Somehow he found out who I was and forwarded me those emails. So, but for some reason, even though I think it's spelled out, it's Dale L. Clay. So that'll be listed in the description as well. So you have multiple ways to contact me. One, because I find it difficult to try to send a message through YouTube because it's not very user-friendly. It's not very intuitive. You've got to click on several things to get to a place where you can send a message, and it's like, really? This is owned by Google and Gmail, and it's like, you would think that sending a message would be easy. But needless to say, So now you have multiple ways you can contact me. The primary way is email, which is listed below. Facebook is now being set up because my personal one is for family. And they send me a lot of crazy stuff that I don't want you to have to witness. And so Facebook, email, I have the Twitter page. Twitter-pated, as Tweety Bird would say. And I think that's it for now. And so if you want to send me a Facebook message or just post a wall with my name and say, hey, Dale Clay, got a question for you. I'm going to do my best to answer because I want to make sure people's questions aren't being missed. And I'll try to answer them the best I can with what knowledge I have. And I am by no way an expert. But I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night.